Now it's been a couple of weeks and everything, and honestly, I decided to go on Twitter and check out some news and stuff like that. And then I came across this little thing known as hashtag the trigger. Now, when I heard about it, I didn't really think much of it. Truth be told, I thought it was just some kind of stupid joke or something like that. But then I realized a lot of feminists are actually into this kind of shit. Because there's a lot of feminists who are actually wanting to say, oh, they're triggered by something on this planet. Now, when I heard about it, I'm thinking to myself, okay, who cares about what you're triggered by, honestly? I mean, when it comes to me, when somebody said that they're triggered by something, I say, okay, what am I supposed to do about it? And then I run across this girl who pretty much actually said that on her YouTube page, she was triggered by pretty much everything. I mean, seriously, it was like around 5, maybe 7 minutes of saying she's triggered by something, and I'm like, and she said, "Oh, if I eat, I'm triggered. If I don't eat, I'm triggered." I'm like, "Damn, lady, you just need to exercise. What you need to do." I can see why you're triggered by it because you say you don't eat, you're triggered, but if you do eat, you're triggered. Because truth would be told, how big you are, lady, you are definitely triggered. But I would say, saying it ain't helping a damn person nor yourself. All it is just saying, I'm a whiny crybaby and I want to tell people and I want them to feel sorry for me. Here's a thought. And here's the solution. Nobody gives a fuck. When you're out in that real world, people aren't going to give a damn if you're triggered. And I'm saying this to all feminists. And all of those college kids who actually hashtag this. I'm like, nobody cares when you're in the real world. When you're in the real world, you can tell your boss, oh, I'm triggered. That person's going to say, okay, so go back to work. We don't care. Because honestly, when I see something like this, I know that a lot of people are going to be attached to it. But mainly the people who are either in college who believe that they're doing some kind of humanoid study or psychology thing like social justice studies and stuff like that. I know that feminists are going to go after it. And a lot of other white knights are going to go mainly do this stuff, saying that they're triggered by something. I'm like, so? Who cares? Nobody cares about what you're triggered by. This world is not for you to actually go into some kind of safe space and crawl in the ball and have this person to wait on you hand and foot. No, that's not how the world works. The world works like this. You're triggered by something, you do something about it. You don't expect everybody else to try to fix your problems. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Nobody's going to fix your problems but you. Now, I can understand if you have some help, but only if you actually do some of the effort too. And a lot of these feminists don't want to do that. A lot of these white knights, a lot of these social justice warriors don't want to fix it themselves. They just want to complain about it and hope somebody else will fix it for them. But the thing is, in other countries, surprisingly, they did. I'm like, why would you want to fix these problems for these people when they're not really problems? They're just something that somebody's whining about. And you want to say hashtag the trigger? I'm like, who gives a damn about that? Hell, I don't even have it on my Twitter account. Hell, I barely go on there anymore. Well, I haven't really done so in a while, but I'm starting to come back. But considering how this shit is, I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on here? The trigger? Hashtag the trigger? What the hell? What happened to people actually solving their own problems? If you're really big, most people consider you doing exercise or eating right. If you're triggered by your job, most people will say either do better at your job, try to get a promotion, or leave that job and go to another job. That's what a lot of other people will say. If somebody's bullying you or somebody is actually talking about you, a lot of people just say ignore that person. They don't give them that power. If you choose not to let it bother you, then they'll pretty much give up. Or either that keep your distance or tell somebody who is in power there. But these people don't really give a damn about that. All they care about is complaining, and not doing anything about it, but just saying that they're triggered by something. Like saying that they're triggered by what somebody said. And I'm like, who gives a flying fuck about what somebody else said? Who gives a flying fuck about somebody hurting you mentally? If this person calls you something, most results is that you just either tell someone or you just completely ignore them. If you completely ignore them, then their power will pretty much cease and you can live on with your life. I guarantee you this, that person ain't really thinking about you. That person just said this stuff to get you upset and they succeeded. but yet you just let it keep going. That's what mainly hashtag triggers technically speaking about. I'm hoping that this is all a joke. I'm hoping that it is, because if it isn't, I'm going to be really surprised at how human beings are acting now. Because truth be told, the feminists, the white knights, the social justice warriors needs to go fuck themselves. Because truth be told, it seems like they're just being children. Because every single time I hear about some kind of trigger bullshit, I always think of this person as a child, just complaining about something that only a kid will complain about. I mean, who is... I have to say, the only people I would say who has the right to be triggered is a person who's been in the war. Now, if a person been in the war, I can say, oh yeah, they're definitely triggered, because hell, they've been getting shot at. Or a cop who's been shot at, yeah, they're triggered, because honestly, they don't know what's gonna happen to their asses when they actually leave that house and actually go on their routes and shit like that. Yeah, they're the ones who should be triggered. But a person who is whining about something in the world that's happening that they are doing nothing about, that's not triggering, that's just whining. And that is my opinion on that. Now, if these people want to actually do something with their lives, be my guest. If these people want to actually say, oh, I'm triggered because, well, our house burned down, then yeah, that's something to be triggered about, because your shit is gone now, and you're triggered because you have to figure out how the hell this shit happened. That's something to be triggered about. But if you're triggered about some kind of emotional bullshit, just because you're big, or just because somebody said something about you that you didn't like and you're triggered by it, here's a big thought. Do something about it, or just go fuck yourself, or either that, just ignore it. Because if you don't ignore it, it's going to keep bottling up inside of you, and guess what's going to happen? Nobody's going to give a rat's ass. Well, that's all I got to say for today. I will see you guys another time. Peace out.